Hi, welcome to another week in the garden. This last week, well, I'll just show you. So first off, my lime tree is not doing well. This thing has pretty much dropped all of its leaves. They've curled up and dropped. I don't think this was getting watered. Long story there, but I think this basically just got no water at all. If anyone has any suggestions on how to get this back up to healthy, it got watered last night, or the last few days, and it's been fertilized. But yeah, anyways, go over here. On the other side, I've got the beginning of a calamansi tree. This is the one that we've had in a pot all last year, and it's got some sort of disease on the leaves. Once again, if you have any suggestions, I'd appreciate them. It doesn't seem to be growing all that much now that we finally got it in the ground. Go over here. I've got two blueberry bushes going, one there, one there. And these basically had fruit when I bought them. And as you can see, they still do. They haven't got a whole lot bigger. And I'm a little worried because this is the windy area of the yard. But we'll see. Supposedly these will get to be 6 feet. Here's the other one. Supposedly these get to be about 6 feet tall and 6 feet wide. If they don't, I'll probably add more blueberry bushes at the beginning of next year just to fill in this area. Mostly I need to do something about the fact that I've got grass getting in the way. Yeah. Whatever, I'll deal with the grass later. Also, I'm just going to eat that blueberry. Okay, so in retrospect, I should have looked closer before I picked that because it's blue on one side and yellow on the other. Yeah, whatever. Now, I did get a bunch of my tomato and pepper seedlings moved. So as you see in this raised bed, I've got pepper. That might be a pepper. Pepper, pepper, pepper. That, honestly, I think that was a weed I transplanted. I don't think it's really a pepper, and that's another pepper. Some of the other peppers I've still got growing as seedlings that just haven't got big enough to transplant. Over here, we've got tomatoes. Now, it looks like one of them's died over there in the corner, but that one's doing okay. That one's doing okay. That one all seem fine. I've got like a forest of tomato seedlings that need to be replanted. Oh, hey. That's actually 2 tomatoes. We'll kill one of those off later when they start competing. So, I'll probably transplant more when I get time to just kind of fill the gaps, fill that bed. Over here, this is what should have been my actual tomato bed. It's mostly eggplant. Like if you look there, eggplant, that's an eggplant, that's an eggplant. They're doing okay. I've got 2 different varieties of eggplant. Some of them are going to be the traditional American big fat eggplant. Some of them are an Asian skinny long eggplant. Go down here to the end. My tomato plant is producing tomatoes. No idea what variety this is, but I think they're going to end up big. And I've got some blossoms there and there. It probably should get pruned back quite a bit, because I've just got a bunch of growth that's not doing any good. Let's route that over to the top. Yeah, like this entire branch all the way down could get pruned off. This other tomato plant doesn't have any fruit yet, and obviously neither does that. If I go over to the pepper bed, well, this was supposed to be my jalapeno and habanero bed, but my wife kind of beat me to it. I have no idea what kind of peppers these are. My wife has no idea what kind of peppers these are, but 2 of these plants are producing peppers. They're also producing yellowy leaves that are getting bug bit, so we're just going to clip that off. Oh, wow. Okay, I got 3 plants producing peppers and producing lots of them. You can see that's starting to put more buds on and more peppers down there. That one's putting down more peppers. Looks like I'm going to have a spicy spring if those all come up. Now over here I've got the cucumbers growing, and they're getting kind of big. I don't know how sprawling these will be. Basically my wife's raised bed. One of the raised beds. I need to reinforce the ends because this is not a well done bed. I just haven't got around to it. I do have some lumber. I'm just going to go around the outside with lumber and then probably, I don't know what I'm going to stake it down with, probably some rebar. This set of onions, the intention was these were going to be scallops. They're starting to form bulbs though. So yeah, we'll see how those go. And then over here is the bok choy patch. And over there in the buckets is the Asian stuff. I have no idea what any of those are. Those were given to my wife by a friend at church, and they're just growing. These buckets, I transplanted some tomatoes in. There'll be a separate video coming about how to get started with gardening, and that's where I set these up. One of them died, as you can see, but they're all pretty small, and they seem to be doing okay. I go over to my seed starts. Those are peppers, and they're getting bigger, but they're not big enough. I need to like desperately transplant them. I think that's a weed. Yeah, that's a weed, not a pepper. Throw that there. And then I've got a bunch of tomatoes to transplant too. So these will get transplanted when I get time. And then I'll just fill the space in that raised bed at the end. Oh, I almost forgot the chard and garlic. My chard, honestly, I have pretty low expectations for this because it's still very like thick, leathery leaves. Not sure I want to eat any of that. I did have chard seedlings that I started, and these are actually old, but they're still growing fine. I'll probably put them in real dirt when I get around to it. What is going on with that guy? Just pull him out of there. I'll fill in wherever I can find holes in a raised bed. The garlic is continuing to look like a forest of grass. It's actually doing surprisingly well. This, I believe, is going to be watermelon. I should probably plant some more seeds and see what else I can get. And this, I'm pretty sure is a weed. Put that compost there. And then way over there, right on the property line with the neighbor, I've got a peach tree. So let's walk over and look at that. While I'm walking, I've got chickens somewhere in there. And yeah, raising chickens isn't quite gardening, but they're red colored. I give them water, they grow bigger, and eventually they give me round things to eat. So those chickens are pretty much just tomatoes. Oh wow. I haven't been out here since the storm yesterday. It's like the grass needs to be cut. This is knee deep. Gotta get out here and mow. Originally, this is where I was trying to plant corn, and as you can see, there is corn coming up there, but there's so much grass that the corn doesn't really matter. It's just overwhelmed with grass. I don't think I'm gonna... That all needs to be tilled up and redone. I just haven't had time. And we finally got over to the peach tree. Now, this also hasn't been getting watered as much as it should, and if you look at the ground, it's dropping leaves. So it does have some yellowing leaves. It definitely is perking up the last couple days. It's about 4 feet tall at the moment. Now that's pretty much it for the garden. I'll go get this video posted on YouTube and go to work. Y'all have a good day.